I'm happy to be joined today by Lauren Weston, Associate at Thomvest. Lauren, can you please kick us off with an introduction into your professional background and what you do at the firm?
Definitely. Thanks for having me, Julia. I'm really happy to be here. I work at Thomvest Ventures. I focus on PropTech and Fintech from seed to Series C. But going back to where I started, I started my career in finance at Morgan Stanley, where I worked as a capital markets banker and then a sell-side analyst covering REITs, so single family, multifamily, and other asset classes. So really working with some of the largest real estate owners and operators. And I think in that role, what I saw was how management teams thought about technology. And I remember going to conferences and listening to earning calls, and there was a sort of consistent thread, which was technology is the key to growth. And, I followed that thread, and that led me to getting closer to the source of innovation, which was startups and venture capital, and ultimately led me to Thomvest, where I focus on PropTech and Fintech, and mostly focus on residential, which we can talk about a little bit later.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I guess we obviously meet with many early stage PropTech companies who are looking to grow. And we like to also make introductions to VC where there's a fit in terms of your investment thesis. So can you tell us a little bit more about Thomvest's investment thesis and what stage you normally invest in?
Yeah, definitely. So we like to say that we're thematic investors. And what that means is that we will map out a space and really think about where it's going, over the future. And I think we also look at, is this the right team to execute? And is this the right time to do so? So I think those three things really guide us. And then, more specifically, we're looking at home ownership, we're looking at rentership, and we're looking at construction. And really looking at the full life cycle of the build to the finance to delivery, as well as operating real estate, particularly around residential. And I think the big questions that we look at in home ownership, I'd say, the big shift in the market is the fact that the single family rental industry is becoming institutionalized. And so when you have this capital flowing in, how do you enable and empower homeowners to compete in today's market? How do you empower and enable agents to then empower their homeowners that they're working with to compete? And then once you're a homeowner, how do you tap into your home equity and really use your home and utilize your asset for wealth creation and wealth appreciation? On the rentership side, high level, the shift in the market is the fact that we're spending more of our income on rent than ever before. It's anywhere from 30 to 50% if you're low income and of color, right? So how do you build better financial products for renters? How do you better underwrite the risk of renters and use real-time data, non-traditional sources of data to really enhance that process of underwriting renters? And then finally, construction is massive, right? But I think as fintech investors, we like to look at the flow of capital and how money moves through, through construction. And we know there's an affordability crisis from a supply and demand imbalance of housing. So how does the flow of capital create unnecessary bottlenecks? And then how can technology really address those challenges?
That's amazing. And I'm curious to know, can you give us some examples of some of your portfolio companies?
Definitely. So, on the homeowner side, we have invested in, really the mortgage transaction. So LoanSnap is an example of a company. It's a direct mortgage originator. And so really trying to focus on that mortgage transaction, which is key to unlocking home ownership. Another example is a company called Ribbon Home. Ribbon focuses on empowering homeowners with an all-cash offering to really compete in today's hot market. And then finally, I think another angle of PropTech is this intersection of PropTech and InsurTech. So thinking about if you own a portfolio of homes, how do you actually insure that from a landlord's perspective? So a company, OB Risk, is tackling that today. And those are just three examples, but we're really active in the space and really focused on all those opportunities.
Nice. I'm very happy because I'm looking forward to being a homeowner soon. So thanks for investing in this tech. As recruiters, I guess we also get a lot of candidates that are looking to move into the PropTech VC space. So can you just give us a little bit of background of why you got into VC and what advice you have for these candidates that are looking to get a job in a space?
Yeah, definitely. So I think, you know, three pieces of advice for folks looking to, enter PropTech and venture. I think first is specialize in some way, develop a core competency, because people will want to talk to you, right? I think when you have some expertise in some area, whether it's verticalized, focusing on multifamily tech or office tech, or maybe it's horizontal and you're looking at marketplace business models, right? Find some sort of core competency and really leverage that. I think two is building a network. Reach out to people that are owners, that are operators, that are investors, and use your expertise to really drive those conversations, to share information and trade ideas. And then three is actually publish. Put out your thoughts, put out your ideas on Medium. That's where I choose to write. Some people like Twitter. I think there's so many different ways to engage and develop a presence that, it really is sort of the balls in your court to put out, your ideas and expertise.
Nice. Thank you, Lauren. And I guess to close us off, what are your plans or objectives for the rest of 2021?
Yeah, big question. Great question. I'm really focused on meeting and connecting with people that are building in the space, that are building in PropTech, in homeownership, rentership, construction. I think my role is as an investor, yes, it's about capital, but it's also really about being a connector. And I see myself as connecting not just capital, but people and ideas and value from, founders to operators to other investors. And so I'm just focused on meeting people and connecting and, really serving value in that way.
Awesome. Well, hopefully this video is going to give you more connections to coming your way. So thank you so much for your time today, Lauren, and for diving deeper into Thomvest. We wish you best of luck and we look forward to continuing our work together. For those looking to stay in touch with Thomvest, please check out their website. It's thomvest.com and follow them on their social channels. And until next time, Lauren, nice to see you and take care.
Yeah, this was fun. Thanks so much.
See you.
Bye.